Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacey and I am so glad you decided to join me. I'm glad you're taking those first steps in recovery by watching this video. If you don't know me, I'm an infidelity recovery coach and I specialize in helping the unfaithful in their affair prevent relapse and heal the core wounds that caused them to have the affair in the first place. So let's get into today's video. This is a question that I get a lot, and it's a real valid question. Will I always love my affair partner? So people want to know this, and I wanted to know it too. So do you ever, think, hey, I'm always going to feel this way? I'm never going to stop loving them. I'm always going to love them. I just need to accept it. They're always going to be a part of my heart or in my mind. I just can't let them go, And so let me get into the video. Today we're going to talk about that. We're going to answer that question, and I want to give you some hope. So I have been in an affair for about a year. We had planned on being together, if you know my story, and I ended the affair. Now, what happened was I truly believe that I was in love with him and he was in love with me. We were best friends, like really good friends. So after the affair ended, I went into a state of grief. Well, 3 years later, it felt like no time had passed since the affair had ended. I was still suffering like major triggers when I would drive by restaurants, hotels, that kind of thing. I was still having anxiety, panic. I was depressed. He was always on my mind. Like every time, first thing in the morning, late at night, before I would go to sleep, I was thinking about him. If I got upset, I was thinking about him. I couldn't concentrate and I couldn't be fully present with my family because he was on my mind so much. It just consumed me, and I started to become really discouraged because things with my husband was going well, but I wasn't fully engaged. And I remember telling a friend of mine, I told her, I said, I guess I'm just gonna have him tucked away in this little box in my heart for the rest of my life, because it's been 3 years and I haven't made much progress. Like, I'm not crying every day, but I'm walking around smiling and everybody thinks I'm happy, but on the inside I'm not. I'm still grieving and I'm still missing him, and I still don't know how to let go. So I just assumed that, okay, I'm just gonna be like this forever. This is just how it's gonna be. It's gonna be half of my heart with my husband and half with my affair partner, and I'm just going to survive in life and I'm not going to thrive from here on out. And, having those thoughts wasn't necessarily because my husband wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing or we weren't getting along and making progress, because we were. It's just I didn't know how to do both. I didn't know how to let go of him and reconnect back with my husband. So it was really hard. The problem is, when it comes to getting over an affair partner, we have to go through grief of someone who is alive. So it's a little bit different, because when someone passes away, you know that you're not going to see them. You can't talk to them, you can't go to them. When it's an affair partner, they are still there. They're alive. Like, he would come work in my town once a week, and that his office was maybe 5 minutes from my house. So I knew where he was. I could go to him at any time. And just the temptation of that alone helped to keep me in that place of wanting him and thinking, oh, it's Thursday, he's at work today, I wonder what he's doing, or I know what he's doing at this time, or he's getting ready to leave. And it's just, he was always on my mind. And there were many roadblocks along the way that I didn't know was roadblocks, but kept me stuck in that pain. For instance, one of the roadblocks was like just the fear of completely letting him go and never feeling that way again. So the fear of never feeling close to someone or connected to someone like that was one of the roadblocks that kept me stuck on this is how good it was. The fear of fully committing to my husband and it not working out, that was a roadblock. Going down memory lane, those were roadblocks as well. That just kept me stuck because our thoughts feed our emotions, and I just kept feeding them all of the positive memories and all of the good stuff, so it kept everything to a surface at the surface level. So what I want you to know is that you definitely can completely get over your affair partner. And what I say that looks like is being in a place of neutral, like a neutral zone with them. Meaning if you had to see them, you wouldn't have this rush of sadness come over you, or you wouldn't have, the urge to, oh my gosh, I want to be with him, or any of that. You wouldn't have any of that. You would just see him, and it would, of course you're going to remember. You don't forget things like that, but you just see him and it's just like another person. Oh yeah, I know we had an affair. And that actually happened to me. The first time I saw him after the affair was over was about 2 years. And I went into complete panic mode, had to leave the store. And then fast forward, after I started implementing the tools that I teach my clients, I saw him again in another store, and we walked right past each other. He saw me, I saw him. He was with his girlfriend and I was with my husband. But the thing for me was I was celebrating when I left that day because I didn't feel anything for him. Nothing. Like it was just, oh, it's just another person. It's someone I knew, but I had no negative response to him. I had no positive response. And I knew at that moment that I was out of recovery, you could say, that I had been healed. And I want to offer you that same hope. Don't sit and ruin the rest of your life thinking that you're never going to get over this person and it's going to prevent you from really reconciling with your spouse and letting God heal that marriage and fill your heart with love, because he did it for me. Like, I really love my husband. We have grown so close to each other. He's my best friend, and it's right this time. It's real. There's no foundation of lies. So I want you to really have hope that you can get through this. You can get over him. You can get your mind back, because that's what we want. Really, for our personal healing, aside from the marriage, we want to get our mind and our heart and our future, just our life back. I don't want to survive. I really want to thrive in my life, because I know that God has good plans for me, and I want to be fully present for that. This is what I was thinking, and I want you to know that God has good plans for you, and you can be fully present, and you can be completely healed from the affair partner. And God tells us that he comforts those who mourn, and the word comfort means that he gives us a hope for a future. So let me just encourage you with that. But let me also say that during that time that I was really recovering and not just stuck in grief, God showed me a lot of things, a lot of tools on how to get past this, how to heal my heart and get my mind back. And that's what I teach my clients. I teach you how to go from having him in a positive place to having him in a neutral place, where you don't have those emotions anymore, those negative or positive emotions if you saw him or if you thought about him. That's where I can take you and give you your life back, the freedom. But you have to do work, okay? I won't say I can do it all. I can teach you the tools, but you actually have to put them into place and put them into practice, and you have a part to play in your own healing. So if that's you, if you're obsessing over your affair partner, if you feel like it's, healing is taking too long, or you feel like you're going to get stuck, or you want to prevent getting stuck and you want to heal quicker, which I would say in 3 to 6 months, you can be in that neutral place. When you want to do that, if that's you, then sign up with a session with me. Check the description box below. Go to my calendar, sign up, and we can get you on the road to recovery. But just know this, it doesn't have to take long to heal. You can get to a place where they're not in your mind 24/7. You can get your life back, your heart and your mind back, and you can reconcile with your spouse if that's your desire. Just be hopeful for that, okay? We're not going to sit here and give into this thought of, oh my gosh, the rest of my life is going to be awful because I can't get him out of my mind. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. If you need me, I'm here. Check the description box below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.